Disco. Disco.
Hello there, Stevos, and welcome to vlog 237. Last weekly vlog coming up for the next couple of weeks. Sorry to bring that up. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed that montage to begin this week's episode of the weekly vlog. As you can tell, I'm not at home at the moment. I'm actually out and about. I'm at my granddad's house in the back bedroom, which is where I will be staying for the next couple of nights and stuff like that. Anyway, and also as well, can you believe the size of that Toby Carvery meal that I had just now? I'm still full up, by the way. I'm honestly, I'm gonna have a food coma, I think, now. Anyway, so yes, we have just got back from the Toby Carvery on this Monday afternoon, and of course this week as well, don't forget, is also a week off from work for me as well, which is good. It gives me some time to just recharge my batteries in terms of myself and stuff like that. So I'm off work this week, and then next week and the week after I'm not really going to be doing as much vlogging, or there's not really going to be any weekly vlogs being uploaded and stuff like that. So yes, but anyway, they will be back though towards the end of April, and then we'll see what we get up to during the next part of 2025, I believe. So there we go. Anyway, so that is what I've been up to so far today on this Monday. It is Monday the 24th of March 2025. So it is Monday night, by the way, and I have just been downstairs in the conservatory. I just had some dinner. In a way, I had that really big Toby Carvery lunch that you guys saw in that montage. So obviously I didn't really want anything huge for dinner. So I just had a cheese roll, 2 cheese rolls with a can of Pepsi Max, which was nice and cold and was also in the fridge as well. So I had that, and my granddad's currently downstairs in the conservatory watching the football, because it's football tonight on ITV. So England have just scored a goal, so my granddad's happy about that. And then my stepnan's in the living room watching some drama TV shows on the TV in the living room. So, and I'm back upstairs now after having my dinner, and I've decided to come upstairs and chill in the back room and just check social media on my phone. I might give something a watch on my iPad as well in a little bit. If I do, I'll show you guys what I'm watching on my iPad in the next scene of the weekly vlog. I have decided to give a couple of episodes of Friday Night Dinner, a British comedy, a watch over on Disney Plus on my iPad. Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday morning, and to be honest with you, my sleep last night was a little bit up and down, because I didn't end up to be honest, I didn't end up properly going to sleep until 1 a.m. this morning. I just didn't feel tired last night, to be honest with you. So I was up until around about 1 a.m. this morning. I was watching something on my iPad as well. And then after that, I then drifted off to sleep, and then I woke up at 6 a.m. and it was just a repeated pattern of 1 minute I'm asleep, next minute I was awake for the whole entire hour. And then it just got to 7 a.m, my alarm went off on my iPad, and then I was like, you know what, it's time for me to wake up, because I can't just keep doing this pattern of just getting up, falling asleep, getting up, falling asleep. So anyway, it is 20 to 9, by the way. I've just spent the last hour and 40 minutes really just on my phone, checking social media and yeah, I'm just seeing what's the latest, really. So there we go. Anyway, there's a part of me that's kind of debating whether to get a couple of movies on Amazon. I get paid at the end of the week. I'm kind of there, like, there's a couple of home premiere movies for 20 quid. There's two at the moment that's for 20 quid, which would be 40 quid if I bought both of them at the same time. First one's Companion, the other one's Wolfman. But I don't know how long they're going to be that much before they come down in price, if that makes sense. So, I don't know, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll wait until payday, and I get paid from work at the end of the week, so I might see what happens. But anyway, yeah, as I've said though, I've not long woken up, and I've just got dressed as well. So I've opened my curtains, I've made the bed as well. And now I'm just about to go downstairs and say good morning to my granddad and my step-nan as well, because I've not said good morning to them yet, and I know that they're both downstairs awake. So, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do right now on this Tuesday morning. I don't know why I've got a bit of a groggy throat either. I'm trying my best to clear my throat as best I possibly can, okay? Anyway, so that's what I'm about to do now. On this Tuesday morning. Just made myself a cup of tea on this Tuesday morning, and I am also chilling out in my granddad's conservatory. For breakfast this morning, I have got some cheese on toast. So, I have just spent the last half an hour downstairs in the conservatory watching the recent episode of Off the Hook with Daz and Will. They were just doing some life hacks which they've come across online, and they're really terrible life hacks, but obviously in Daz and Will's style they make it very comedic, of course they do. And I have just come upstairs actually because I need to take my morning medication. That does also remind me as well, I have had my phone on charge actually all morning. I haven't really been on my phone that much today, but there's a couple of things that I do need to do on my phone. Firstly, I need to order some more medication because I'm going to be running out of that soon. So I need to, very important that I do that so that I can collect it from the pharmacy when I get back to Bournemouth tomorrow or Thursday. Probably by the end of the week, I'll probably collect it. And then also as well, I also need to email my mum's electric provider as well, gas and electric provider, because obviously when my mum has like a feed-in tariff at home, obviously every quarter they send out a letter to say we need your feed-in tariff reading, you know, your meter reading. So I did manage to get the meter reading yesterday before I came to Salisbury. So I also need to send them the email as well, because obviously I haven't got any access to my mum's gas and electric company account or anything like that. So I'm going to have to email it to them, and then they'll be able to do the rest on their end from there. So I'll have to send them that email as well. It's got to be done by today. Although they have said that, you know, it doesn't matter if it doesn't get done by today, they then carry it over to the next quarter. But I'd rather get it done today, rather get all that sorted out for my mum, of course. So yeah, so that is exactly what I'm going to do right now on this Tuesday morning. Out and about, and this is what I've got for my lunch at Charlotte's Tea Rooms or restaurant or cafe here in this garden centre. I've got some battered cod with some chunky chips, some tartar sauce and some mushy peas with a cup of tea. Tuesday afternoon, by the way, and what you just saw there was my lunch today, which was some fish and chips, cod, battered cod with some chunky chips and some tartar sauce with mushy peas, and also a lemon wedge as well, a little lemon wedge. So there we go. That was at a garden centre in Landford, which is near Salisbury, by the way. For those who don't know where Landford is, it's near Salisbury, kind of on the outskirts of Salisbury in Wiltshire. And yeah, that was Landford Garden Centre, in excess, I believe that was. But we went into the restaurant bit, which was called Charlotte's. believe it or not. It was called Charlotte's Restaurant, Charlotte's Tea Room. So anyway, yes, and obviously just got back. I've just spent the last 15 minutes or half an hour downstairs chilling out in the living room with my granddad and stepnan. They're watching TV downstairs at the moment. So I've come upstairs to the back bedroom. And I just thought I'd vlog this bit here, put my phone on charge, which I'm about to do right now, and then I'm going to catch up on today's episodes of EastEnders and Coronation Street as well. Coronation Street wasn't on yesterday because of the football, but there's an episode on tonight, so I'm going to watch it early before it's transmissioned on TV later tonight. So yes, that's what I'm about to do right now on this Tuesday afternoon. So it is Tuesday night, by the way. And it is just gone 11:15, by the way. I've not really had anything to eat for dinner tonight because I've not really been feeling that hungry, to be honest. So I'm just going to have a little see if I can maybe have some biscuits or something that's in the cupboard. I don't know. Don't worry, I'm allowed to help myself. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just trying to find some biscuits. I'll have some jammy Dodgers. Actually, I might as well have the rest of them. Why not? Might as well. And also as well, I'm thinking I'll have jammy Dodgers, and I'll also have a can of Pepsi Max as well. So there we go. Anyway, yeah, I've had a nap. I've watched a couple of episodes of Friday Night Dinner over on Disney Plus as well. But other than that though, I haven't really been up to much. So I've literally spent all evening in the back bedroom, just chilling out basically. So there we go. Anyway, I think tomorrow morning when I get up, I'm probably going to spend a lot of the morning downstairs, I think, and just having a chat with my granddad and my stepnan before I go back home to Bournemouth. So looking forward to going back to Bournemouth, but at the same time, I'm not, because I do love being here. Like, genuinely, I really do love being here. And, you know, my granddad, he always does make me laugh all the time. Anyway, so yeah, so that is what I'm about to do now on this Tuesday night. Once I've had some jammy Dodgers and I've grabbed myself a can of Pepsi Max from the fridge, I'm going to go back upstairs and probably get into my pyjamas and take my nighttime medication as well. And then, oh, I farted. I'm so sorry if you could hear that. I just I just farted. It was very loud. Anyway, once I have had my jammy Dodgers and I have had my can of Pepsi Max from the fridge, I'm going to go upstairs, get into my pyjamas, take my nighttime medication, and then probably head off to bed as well. Okay, anyway, so yeah, I shall speak to you guys again in the next scene of the week. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday morning, halfway through the week, halfway through this week's episode of the weekly vlog, Not Long Woken Up. Caught up on today's episodes of EastEnders and Coronation Street on BBC iPlayer and ITVX respectively. And I have also got dressed as well. I'm just about to check my phone and have a look at social media, catch up on what's been going on overnight over on social media. It's just coming up to 8:15 on this Wednesday morning, by the way. And then I'm going to head downstairs and say good morning to my granddad on this Wednesday morning. So I have got my first cup of tea of the day, and this is what I've got for breakfast this morning. I've got some jam on toast. Back upstairs in the back bedroom, by the way, there's a couple of bits and pieces actually that I wanted to say. Firstly, I don't know why, TikTok in general actually, my TikTok timeline is mostly made up of two things in particular, two adverts in particular, and they're both like TVs in their own unique way. The first TV that I've come across is apparently a portable TV that you can get over in America, which is $45 or something like that. I don't know what that equates to here in the UK, probably around about 45, 50 quid, maybe around about that, maybe a bit more. Well, anyway, but apparently it comes in this suitcase, and apparently you can like set it up wherever you want, and then you can like use streaming services to watch movies and stuff like that. I'm assuming obviously you still need Wi-Fi to use this, use those kind of functionalities. But I just find, and also as well, it's a touchscreen TV as well as you get a remote to go with it. Anyway, I keep seeing that being advertised on TikTok at the moment. And the other thing that I keep seeing being advertised on my timeline on TikTok is another mini portable TV, I guess you could say, but this one's a lot smaller. This is kind of like handheld kind of size. And not only that, right, but also as well, it's in the same design as The Simpsons TV is in the TV show The Simpsons, but also as well, I've seen a couple where they've gone, you can watch classic episodes of The Simpsons via this mini tiny TV, but then I've also seen one on a website where it goes, you can watch all 36 seasons of The Simpsons on this TV. Now, to be honest with you, given the fact that The Simpsons upscaled to high definition all the way back in, 2008, 2009, possibly even 2010, I don't think the other seasons from 2010 up to 2025 would technically work. But the classic seasons, though, from 1989 to 2009 or even earlier than that, I mean, they would work because it's, kind of got that aspect ratio, I guess. But anyway, that's all technological terms and stuff like that. Very complicated terms if you don't know TV and aspect ratios and stuff like that. But anyway, I've seen them being advertised quite a bit on TikTok, and it does make me kind of think, is this a sign? Is this like something telling me, like on TikTok, Steve, you should buy this product, you should give it a go? But anyway, obviously I don't want to waste my money though, because what if it's bad? What if it's actually not real? What if it doesn't actually work? Anyway, so that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. The second thing I wanted to talk about actually is 10 years ago today, Periscope launched. Now, I don't know if Periscope launched worldwide 10 years ago today, or it just launched in the US. I have no idea. But 10 years ago, though, I was using the app Periscope. I was doing live broadcasting over on Periscope. Now, obviously, here we are 10 years later, 2025, and I'm now doing live broadcasting on the most popular viral platform app that is out there in the form of TikTok. And to be honest, TikTok is the platform that I do tend to use quite a bit now, especially given the fact that I've got over 3,000 followers over on TikTok as well. And that is always going up and up each day, especially when I'm doing live broadcasting as well. It's going up and up. But what I will say though is, obviously 10 years ago I was doing live broadcasting over on Periscope, and I must say, if you don't know what Periscope was, it was technically a live broadcasting app alongside Twitter at the time. It is such a shame that Periscope did end up coming to an end, and then obviously the features from Periscope then got integrated into Twitter, which is now known as X. And I had such a great time on that app. Obviously, I remember being up late each night, and I remember being up late each night doing periscopes and stuff like that. There was times where, I'm not gonna lie, where my mum was basically saying to me, keep the noise down, and all of that stuff, because I used to be a little bit too loud when I was broadcasting over on Periscope sometimes. So, and it was funny when you used to hear her in the background going, keep the noise down. Everyone in the comment section started laughing at that and stuff. It was so funny, but at the same time, a little bit embarrassing, not gonna lie, a little bit embarrassing. But no, in all seriousness, so, I made some great memories over on Periscope when I used to broadcast over there. Obviously, I've met, not in person, but I've met online some amazing people. Some people that I do actually still keep in contact with to this day. They do still follow my live broadcasting journey as well, especially over on TikTok now as well. So, you know, and it's always good to catch up with them as well and have a chat with them and see what they've been up to and stuff like that. So honestly, and you know what, I've even got some amazing memories of other broadcasters going live, and I used to sit there and watch them just before I'd go to sleep and stuff like that, and they'd just be doing a lot of entertainment which made my night. And honestly, it just brings back so many memories when I speak about the app Periscope. But it's just a shame that Periscope perished a few years ago, and it's not here today. But I'm still glad, though, that today, 2025... Oh, excuse me. In 2025, I do apologise, just burped. In 2025, I do still get to do live broadcasting. It is on another app, of course, but, you know, again, I'm still able to make a lot of happy memories with a lot of followers that do still follow me over on TikTok, and obviously they do join my lives and stuff like that. So there we go. Oh, and also as well, 10 years ago today, for anyone that's a One Direction fan, by the way, Zayn Malik left One Direction 10 years ago today. There we go. That's another fact. And finally, by the way, before I do move on to the next part of the weekly vlog here, but also as well, the 26th of March 2025 marks 20 years since Doctor Who came back to TV screens. And here we are, 20 years later, the new series of Doctor Who begins over on BBC iPlayer on the 12th of April 2025. New episodes will be landing every Saturday, 8 AM over on BBC iPlayer in the UK. Obviously, it will be transmissioned on BBC One here in the UK as well, later in the evening on Saturday evenings from the 12th of April. And then, of course, the rest of the world will be getting Doctor Who over on Disney Plus around the rest of the world. So BBC iPlayer here in the UK, Disney Plus around the rest of the world. And I tell you what, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think to this day, obviously, I do still love Doctor Who. I think there's always going to be a special place for Doctor Who in my heart. Of course there will be. But, you know, I do feel as though the show is kind of going down a little bit. It is going down a peg or two a little bit at the moment. I do feel like it has kind of lost its kind of touch a little bit from what I remember it used to being like, you know. And I mean, to be honest, we did just get a trailer at the beginning of the week for the next series of Doctor Who, a new trailer, and it does somewhat make me look forward to watching it, but at the same time I'm kind of like, I'm still not sure. I mean, I'm still unsure really whether I actually enjoyed the last series or not. You know, I mean, to be honest, obviously we have had different showrunners over the last 20 years. Obviously Russell T Davies brought the show back. Obviously he did the show for about 5 years. We had Stephen Moffat, he came in and he did the show for Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi's era. Then we had Chris Chibnall, who came in and wrote for Jodie Whittaker's era. And to be honest, I think that at that point during Jodie's run, I think that was when the show started to fall a bit flat. Not so much because of the acting or anything like that. I think it was just more to do with the storytelling, you know. And even now, Russell T Davies has come back as showrunner again. And again, I don't really know whether or not the show is actually improving or not. There is some moments where I'm kind of there, like Ncuti Gatwa's performance as a Doctor is great. Absolutely do love it. But again, I just feel like sometimes it's just some of the storytelling, and it's just a bit off these days compared to what it was back in, like, you know, like 2007 when I started watching Doctor Who. From 2007, you know, all the way up till, what, 2018, 2019? You know, I think from there, I think that's when the show started to fall a bit flat, you know. So I do kind of hope that this next series is a little bit better. Will I still be watching the next series of Doctor Who? Of course I will be. Yes, I will be. But you know, honestly. But here we are, though, 20 years later. The show is still going. It is still running on BBC and over on Disney Plus around the world as well. You know, and honestly, from time to time, I do go back and I do watch some of my favourite episodes from the modern era of Doctor Who, especially the David Tennant and Matt Smith era of episodes as well. So, yeah, anyway, there we go. So that is what I just thought I'd come on, just speak to you guys about some bits and pieces that are celebrating their anniversaries today and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, let's move on. And time for us to move on to the next part of the weekly vlog, whatever that may be. And just like that, I am back home, everyone. That's right, I'm back in Bournemouth right now. Back in Bournemouth. Can I just say, firstly, a massive thank you to my granddad and to my stepnan as well for having me over. I really, really do appreciate them having me over for a couple of days and keeping me entertained as well, honestly. I've had a really nice time. I know that obviously with you guys, I've spent a lot of the time in the back bedroom, sometimes down in the conservatory, and then obviously there's been those odd couple of moments where we've gone out and we've done bits and pieces here and there. We've like gone out for some lunch and stuff like that. So honestly, I really, really do appreciate it so much. So a massive thank you to my granddad and to my stepnan for having me over. Really do appreciate it. And who knows, I may go and see them again towards the end of April, maybe early May. We'll see what happens. See when they're next free, when I'm next free as well. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But anyway, going back to now though, I've just got back and I've fed the fish, I've fed the rabbits, gave them some fresh water as well. I've unpacked my bag as well, put all the washing in my washing basket. And I just had a thought actually. This morning I woke up at 8:15. I could have cheekily, very cheekily, asked my granddad if I could use his washing machine to wash the load of dirty washing that I had, that I've been wearing for the last couple of days. And also could have seen if I could just maybe have stuck it in the tumble dryer to dry. That way, I wouldn't have had to have washed it when I got back home. Would I? Anyway, doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Plus, I was there all day today as well, which would have, yeah, so I could have easily have got it done. But anyway, it's fine. I'll do it over the weekend. It's not a problem. So yeah, so I've just done that. I've also just put my iPad on charge as well. Put my phone charger back where it belongs as well. My wireless charging pad for my phone. And then yeah, literally I've just come down here and spoke to you guys. I've had a chat with my sister as well. Also, I've had an email from my mum's electronic company, the people that deal with the gas and electric. Now, obviously, I did a meter reading for my mum to give to the gas and electric suppliers. And obviously, I sent the email to them yesterday. I've had an email response back just as I was leaving Salisbury earlier. And they said that obviously because they are waiting for the forms that I've got to fill out, well, that me and my sister have got to fill out, etc., etc., they obviously can't put the meter reading onto the account until they have got the relevant forms. So that probably does mean that this weekend we're going to need to sit down. Me and my sister are going to need to sit down and really get them forms sorted and get them sent off to where they need to go. So that way the meter reading for this quarter and obviously for the next quarter and the quarter after that, if I'm still here at the quarter after that, can obviously be put on the account and stuff like that, and obviously they can deal with it on their end after that. So there we go. What they may end up doing, because I've gave them that meter reading already, I mean, to be honest with you, there is a little thing on the form that I've got to fill out where you just put down the meter reading. So they may also, I don't know whether I'll have to update it with the new meter reading, or they may end up or I might just end up going back and using the same meter reading that I took literally a couple of days ago. I don't really know, to be honest. So maybe just give them the updated one just to be on the safe side, I guess. But we'll see what happens with that. Anyway, so that's the latest on that anyway. So there we go. So I had a really lovely time away. I've also done a TikTok video as well, just to inform my lovely followers. I'm going to go live later tonight in roughly around about 2 hours from now is when I'm going to go live. It's starting to get dark out there, by the way. Can I just say something very quick? It was lovely and sunny and really warm in Salisbury. You come back to Bournemouth, and I tell you, it looks absolutely gloomy and foggy tonight for dinner. Even though I had 2 cheeseburgers with some chunky chips for my lunch today, by the way, which I was meant to have last night. But obviously, I spent all night last night, no joke, crashed out in the back bedroom, asleep. No joke. So basically, my dinner from last night, it didn't get cooked or anything like that. It ended up just going in the fridge, and I ended up having my 2 beef burgers with chunky chips for my lunch today. Now, obviously, I haven't got anything in for dinner tonight. Foolish me, because I thought I had something in, but obviously I don't. I have got chips. I have got mixed veg. To be honest with you, do I fancy having chips again? Probably not. Although, to be honest with you, there is a part of me that kind of fancies having the chips that I'm going to have in a minute, which I'll show you guys what it is in a minute. But there's another part of me that's like, you know, I've not long got back home. I want something quick. I want something easy. And you know what? I haven't done this, right, since my mum passed away. And I'm proud of myself for not doing this, right? I'm proud of the fact that I have spent, and I'm sorry that this part of the vlog's going on and on and on, but I'm very proud of the fact that, you know, whilst I've been in this grieving process, right, yes, there has been times where for dinner I've had a takeaway. That's mostly when I've been with my sister, though, you know. But excluding that, when I've been here at home, I've either got myself something out the freezer to put in the air fryer, or I've cooked something from fresh on the hob. And that's something to be very proud of, because a lot of people going through this grieving process, like what I've been going through for the last couple of months now, they would have relied a lot on takeaways and stuff like that. And if I've not been eating from the air fryer or eating from the hob, I've not cooked at all. Which, again, part of the grieving process, and sometimes that is okay to do, to kind of neglect yourself in a way. It is perfectly normal to do that, and people have been telling me it's perfectly normal to neglect yourself from time to time, especially when you're grieving. But I'm starting to get better at doing these things, you know, like keeping my personal hygiene in check, like showering and keeping my face nice and clean and all of that stuff, you know, brushing my teeth as well as another thing. And then obviously doing cleaning and doing cooking as well. I'm starting to get back into and starting to build up that routine again that I had before when my mum was here, you know. And to be honest with you, the fact that I've not had to rely on takeaways, excluding when I've stayed with my sister, you know, like, that's something that my mum should be proud of right now. You know, she should be looking down on me, and she'll be proud that I've not had to rely on takeaways. But tonight, though, is going to be a one-off, okay? Because, yes, I haven't got anything in the freezer that I can cook in the air fryer. No, I haven't got anything in the fridge that I can cook on the hob either. So, you know what? Tonight, I'm going to be a bit sneaky, a little bit naughty. I'm going to go back out, and I'm going to go up to Burger King and have something for dinner at Burger King, which I'll show you guys in the next scene of the vlog what that is. But that's only going to be for tonight, though, because tomorrow I am planning to do a bit of a food shop, so I'll have some stuff in the fridge and stuff in the freezer for me to cook between tomorrow and I'm going to say maybe up to the middle of next week, let's say. So yeah, that's what my plan is anyway. So guys, I'm going to walk up to Burger King right now. It is starting to get dark, not going to lie. But I'm going to start walking up to Burger King now. And I'll show you guys what I've got for my dinner tonight in the next scene of the weekly vlog. This is what I've got for my dinner this evening. I've got a large Coca-Cola. And I've also got 20 chili cheese bites as well at Burger King. And I've gone for some cheesy fries as well. Like I said, even though at lunchtime today I had some chips, but I fancied having some cheesy chips for dinner at Burger King. So that's exactly what I'm going to have right now on this Wednesday evening. Afternoon, everybody. It is Thursday afternoon. Can I just say firstly that this morning I was planning to wake up at 7 a.m. Didn't happen though. Didn't happen because instead what happened was I ended up falling back to sleep. I went to bed at 1 a.m. this morning, okay? And then I ended up waking up at 7 a.m. because my alarm went off at 7 a.m. And then after that, I then obviously pressed snooze on my alarm. And then after that, I then woke up. It was 10 past 9. I literally had 20 minutes to get myself up, dressed, and get myself ready for my support worker, because she was turning up at 9:30 this morning. She turned up at 9:30, and then we went up to Castle Point. We went to Costa Coffee, had a bit of a catch up, bit of a chat with one another. And then after that, we went to Asda to do a bit of food shopping in Asda, because I did say to her that I do need some food in. So I picked up some mincemeat, some chicken Kievs, some frozen peppers, some frozen onions, some frozen mushrooms, and I picked up some egg fried rice, microwavable egg fried rice, chip shop curry flavoured microwavable rice as well, some more kitchen roll, salmon fillets as well, some toasted tea cakes, some Lurpak butter as well, and yeah, that's pretty much what I picked up really today at Asda in terms of shopping. So that's all I got really. And then after that, we came back here. I did myself some lunch because I admitted to her that I hadn't had breakfast this morning. So we ended up, she ended up watching me as I made some lunch, which I had peanut butter sandwich for lunch. And then after that, she then went outside with me. I did the rabbits a salad bowl. I do need to give them some fresh water and some more food in their food bowls, actually, in their hutch. So I might do that in a minute. And then after that, it was time for her to leave. So that's pretty much everything I've been up to. And I've obviously had a flask of tea as well this afternoon. Taking my morning medication as well, and here we are now at 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Thursday afternoon, and I've only just started vlogging for today. So there we go. So I just thought I'd catch you guys up on everything I've been up to so far today, really, and that is pretty much it, really. So yeah, other than that, just been chilling out, checking social media, seen a lot of memes on the internet, because the really funny thing is yesterday they started to announce the Avengers Doomsday cast, because Avengers Doomsday is going to be released in cinemas and theatres worldwide from May the 1st, 2026, which is next year. And obviously that's going to be like probably the next biggest Marvel movie in the MCU. Now obviously for the last 5.5 hours yesterday, they did a live stream over on their Twitter page where they were announcing, Marvel were announcing the cast members that were going to be joining the Avengers Doomsday cast. And at first we saw a chair, and the name on the chair was Chris Hemsworth. 10 or 15 minutes later, it then went on to another name. And then another 10 or 15 minutes later, it went on to another name. And in all seriousness, it got to the point where that 5.5 hour video or live stream then got cut down into a 1 minute and 30 second video where basically the camera was just panning from one chair with Chris Hemsworth's name on it to all these other names on the chairs and stuff like that, you know. And literally I'm there like, what was the point in doing the 5.5 hour live stream if you were just going to do a short video at the end with, you know, all these names, all these cast members' names, you know. But anyway, it's really funny because obviously now I've seen a lot of memes on the internet where people are going, this random character that has got nothing to do with the MCU whatsoever has been cast in Avengers Doomsday and all of that stuff. It is, honestly, it's absolutely funny. It really is hilarious. So I'm loving all them memes, so I really am. And some of them have even memed some of the names on the chairs as well from the live stream yesterday, which again is really, really funny. So yeah, anyway, that is what I've been up to so far today on this Thursday afternoon. So it is Thursday night. What I've got for my dinner tonight, well, I've got a glass of Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar Cherry Crush, and I've also got some spaghetti bolognese as well with some cheddar cheese on top. Doesn't look like a lot of cheddar cheese though, does it? Anyway, no. And also as well, I have got some garlic bread as well, because I decided to get some garlic bread to go with my spaghetti bolognese tonight, because a lot of people tend to have garlic bread with spaghetti bolognese. It's kind of a tradition thing, I guess. But I'm just one of those minority of people that doesn't often have garlic bread to go with spaghetti bolognese normally. I don't know why, but a lot of people do it. I don't do it. But my support worker today said, well, if you're having spaghetti bolognese tonight, you should also have some garlic bread to go with it. So that's exactly what I'm going to have. So that is my dinner tonight on this Thursday. Good morning, everybody. It is Friday morning. Payday for me. Payday for me. I got paid today. I just got paid. Anyway, so yeah. So payday for me today, so happy payday to me. Friday morning, and I've not long woken up on this Friday morning, by the way. I've caught up on today's episode of Coronation Street over on ITVX, and I've also been watching a few episodes of The IT Crowd over on Disney Plus here in the UK as well, because it's been a while since I last watched that show, and I absolutely do. It's one of my comfort shows. It is indeed one of my comfort shows. Anyway, so yeah, I am going to go downstairs now, and I'll show you guys what I get up to downstairs in just a few moments. This is what I've got for my breakfast this morning. I have got some chocolatey squares cereal, and I've also made my first flask of tea of the day, which is really, really dark tea, by the way. But anyway, it's very strong tea to start my day. But anyway, so that is what I've got for my breakfast this morning on this Friday morning. I am just about to take my morning medication on this Friday morning. I have recently purchased some new movies to buy and keep over on Amazon Prime Video. Now, obviously, Heart Eyes is at the bottom there, by the way. Heart Eyes isn't available on digital platforms just yet, but I have pre-ordered it because I do remember watching it in cinemas back in February. Absolutely enjoyed the film. So, obviously, it's available to pre-order on digital at the moment. So, I pre-ordered it to buy and keep on digital. So, when it does get a release date, which we should find out what that release date is soon, then I'll be able to watch it on the day that it does get released on digital platforms, because I pre-ordered it. Anyway, these are the other movies that I have purchased to buy and keep. Obviously, there's the Robbie Williams biopic, Better Man. I've bought that to buy and keep. We Live in Time. I watched that last year. It was such a really beautiful story with Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield. Highly do recommend it. It is quite sad in places as well. So I highly do recommend it if you do want to give that a watch, if you haven't seen it yet. Nosferatu, I watched at the beginning of the year and I liked it. So I thought I would definitely buy and keep it on digital platforms again. This one I haven't yet seen, Venom: The Last Dance. I haven't seen it yet, but I decided to buy and keep it on digital because, yes, it does give me more intention to give it a watch now that I bought it. Also as well, it was for $7.99 as well on Amazon Prime. To buy and keep on digital. But not only that, but I've also got the first Venom and second Venom film on digital already. So I just thought I'd complete the trilogy for the Venom franchise and just buy this one anyway. Wolfman I watched earlier this year, back in January, and I watched that with my friend Maxine when she came to stay in Bournemouth for 24 hours. So I watched that, and again, another film I really did enjoy watching, would happily watch it again, so I brought that to buy and keep on digital. Companion is another movie that I watched earlier this year, back in February. Really enjoyed that movie. Jack Quaid, Sophie Thatcher in that film. Really loved it, so definitely worth checking that out if you haven't yet seen it, and definitely a film that I would happily rewatch over and over again. Couple of these films that I'm about to talk about now, by the way, I've not yet seen, but buying and keeping them though is giving me good reason to watch them anyway. F, Marry, Kill. This has got Lucy Hale in this film. I have seen some decent reviews for this one. I haven't yet checked it out myself, so we'll see what happens when I do talk about it in a movie wrap-up video coming over the next couple of weeks. But anyway, regardless though, I'll give this a watch, and I'll let you guys know my thoughts on it in a movie wrap-up coming in the next couple of weeks on my YouTube channel. Another film that, again, I've not yet seen, will get round to watching now I brought it to buy and keep on Amazon Prime, is Kraven the Hunter. This film came out not long after Venom the Last Dance, so again, another film that I do want to check out. It could be good, it could be bad, I might like it, I might not like it, and then I might then regret buying and keeping this one on digital later down the line. But regardless though, I'll give it a watch now that I've got it on digital platforms. Next film as well is The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. Now, I've not actually seen Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, but I do actually have the Lord of the Rings franchise and the Hobbit franchise on digital platforms. I've actually got the extended editions of those films on digital platform on Amazon Prime, which I bought and kept about a few months ago now, and I've still not got round to watching it yet. So it's definitely something that I do want to give a watch, by the way, and I've just realised that you guys actually cannot see that. There we go. So there we go. But yeah, so the Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, obviously I bought that. Again, it was available for just under 10 quid, so I brought and kept that on digital, because again, it could just go alongside the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit franchise that I've already bought to buy and keep on digital platforms. And the final movie that I purchased at the moment, and everybody is talking about this film, I'm probably the 1% in the world who has not yet seen this film, and now that I've got it on digital, again, it just gives me more reason to sit down and watch it. Of course, I'm talking about Wicked, as you can see at the top of the list there. I'm talking about Wicked. Lots of people are recommending this film to me. Lots of people say it's a really, really good film. I've seen a lot of Letterboxd reviews as well for this film, and they all seem rather positive. So I know it's about 2 hours and 45 minutes long, but you know, I will now definitely now that I've got it on digital, I will definitely get round to watching it. So there we go. Some of those films, by the way, where did it start from? Wolfman all the way up to Wicked, I brought actually in the early hours of this morning, not long after I got paid from work. There is a couple more films that I do definitely want to get, by the way, on digital. For example, there is... what else was there? There was Mickey 17. I will pre-order that one, or I will get that one when the price of that comes down at a later date. There's also The Curse of Yayona as well, which I remember watching this one back in 2019 at the cinema. I think I only watched it the once though, but nevertheless though, it is still a really good film. Highly do recommend it as well. It came out back in 2019. I remember watching that film. It was really, really good. There is two films actually, two comedy films called Bad Moms. The first one is Bad Mums, which came out back in 2016, and the second one is Bad Mums, A Bad Mum's Christmas, which of course is a Christmas film. Probably going to check that one around Christmas time though, more so than anything. But nevertheless though, those two films I do want to check out. Oh, and also as well, another film which again is being highly recommended to me to give a watch, which I'll probably will buy this to buy and keep, is a film called A Different Man. It's got Sebastian Stan in it, and to be honest with you, anything with Sebastian Stan in the film is always a really good time. I know that he also played Donald Trump in a recent biopic called The Apprentice as well, and I know that my friend Kieran watched that film last year, and I remember him saying to me that he highly recommends I give that one a go as well. So there is a lot of films, by the way, which came out at the back end of 2024, which I didn't get a chance to watch, unfortunately. Some of the films that I think I would have liked to have seen in cinemas, but unfortunately didn't get the chance to, probably due to scheduling conflicts or things that were going on in my personal life, especially towards the very back end of last year as well. So yeah, anyway, regardless though, I will check those films out anyway. But yeah, anyway, those are some of the films, by the way, that I have purchased recently on Amazon Prime Video as part of my digital collection. So it is Friday evening, by the way, just gone 6 p.m. and I'm upstairs in my bedroom, just sorted out the rabbits, gave them some fresh litter, some fresh water and some fresh food as well, just tidied up their hutch as well, and now I'm back upstairs in my bedroom again, and I am just about to watch some episodes of the IT Crowd over on Disney Plus, as earlier this week I did watch episodes of Friday Night Dinner over on Disney Plus. I binge watched that series. I finished that series now, so I'm halfway now through watching the IT Crowd on Disney Plus on my iPad. It is Friday night. This is what I've got for my dinner tonight. I've got the same as last night, which is leftover spaghetti bolognese with some more cheese, more cheddar cheese than I had on it. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning. Of course, I'm not at work today, Saturday, because I've still got my week off. So I've got today off and tomorrow off. Then I'm off on Monday, and then I'm back at work on Tuesday next week. So there we go. But anyway, good morning everyone. It is just gone 9:30 on this Saturday morning. Not long woken up, by the way, and now I'm just about to get dressed on this Saturday morning. So I've just made my first flask of tea of the day. Once again, another strong tea, and this is my breakfast this morning. I've got another bowl of chocolatey square cereal. So despite the fact that next week and the week after there is no episodes of Steve's weekly vlog coming to the YouTube channel Steve Official, obviously I think I did say this in last week's weekly vlog, and I'm just going to reiterate it in this week's episode of the vlog as well, that even though I'm not actually doing any filming for the weekly vlog for the next couple of weeks, but I did say that if I do anything interesting, then there's a likely chance that I will film it and stick it in the next weekly vlog episode, which you guys will see on Easter Monday, which is the 21st of April 2025 at 4 p.m. UK time. That's when the next weekly vlog will be out after this episode's been released. But I did say, obviously, that if there is anything that I do that's interesting or fun or exciting or whatever, then I will vlog it. Now, next week, actually, or this week, by the time this video goes out, I am actually meeting up with my friend Kieran at the beginning of April. We are going to meet up and do some bowling together and stuff like that. So there is a likely chance that I will vlog that, and I will vlog what we have for our lunch as well. So I will do that later in the week. And then also towards the end of the week as well, my sister's got a very important appointment to go to. And she's asked me if I can go over and look after Simba and JJ and all of that. So again, I might vlog a little bit with JJ and Simba as well, so that you guys can see Simba and JJ in the next episode of the weekly vlog as well, okay? So yeah, so far though, that's all I've got planned while I'm taking a break from vlogging. Other than that, at the moment, obviously, I'm back at work next week, or this week and next week and stuff. Obviously, I've got support sessions with my support workers as well that I need to obviously attend. But if I do anything else though, if the weather stays like this, really nice outside, like it is today, and stuff like that, then maybe I might do a beach walk. And if I do a beach walk, then maybe I might vlog it. So that you guys have some content of me at the beach, going for a nice long stroll along the beach with my headphones on, music playing, etc. So, but we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. But I will say though, that starting from after this episode's been released though, hopefully, by the time you get to the next episode and the episode after that and the episode after that, etc., etc., I should start going out a little bit more and doing a bit more, especially as the weather's starting to warm up. Spring is springing out there as well, you know. The flowers are blossoming, the leaves on the trees are starting to grow back in to season and stuff like that. So, yeah, so fingers crossed by the time we get to the next episode of the weekly vlog, and then vlogs going forward after that, we'll do a lot more outdoorsy kind of content wherever we can. Obviously, I know that this first half of the year, like I have said, has mostly been me at home, grieving, going through the grieving process and trying to get back into a routine of things, which I'm starting to find my routine again, which is great. It is great. But obviously for you guys, it's not all about me getting back into my routine and getting things sorted here at home. There's also the content that I know that you guys love to see, which is me going out and doing bits and pieces while I'm out and about. Whether that is going to the cinema, whether that's going to Wetherspoons or to Nando's or wherever it is that I go out to eat, or whether it's just me going for a beach walk or something like that. You know, maybe later in the year there might be some bits and pieces that I might also do that's not even in Bournemouth, Poole or Christchurch, you know. I do definitely want to go back to Southampton again at some point in the future as well. And I think that would be a good day out for me to do, is to go to Southampton, somewhere I've not been for a very, very long time. But yeah, so we'll see what happens anyway. But I just thought I'd let you guys know anyway that yes, in the next episode of the vlog, there will be a few clips here and there of bits and pieces that I do get up to while I'm technically away from vlogging. Like I say, obviously there is still going to be content coming to my channel, obviously movie wrap-up videos, maybe some music wrap-up ones as well. And obviously I'm going to do a couple of Let's Talk videos as well, including the Switch 2 video, which is coming out on the 3rd of April 2025. And obviously the CinemaCon Let's Talk video, which I'll go through all the trailers that was revealed, all the latest news in terms of like the movies that were announced at CinemaCon, and even some updates on some movies that we already know are in the works and stuff like that. So yeah, obviously that video is going to be coming out next Monday the 7th of April 2025. I believe that's when that's coming out. So anyway, so yeah, so I just thought I'd bring you a little bit up to date on that kind of content that's coming to my YouTube channel, SteveOfficial, very, very soon. So this week it marks 5 years since Disney Plus first got released here in the UK, the streaming service, of course. And every year for the last 5 years, I've always paid for a Disney Plus subscription annually. So every year on the 24th of March, a large sum of money goes to Disney Plus, and then obviously that's my subscription service paid for the entire year. I do exactly the same with ITVX, where I've got ITVX Premium, where I can watch shows ad-free and stuff like that, which is great. Again, I think that's like £30 a year or something like that. But also as well, there's another subscription service. There's a couple of subscription services actually, which I don't currently use at the moment, which I really should cancel those subscriptions until I'm ready to start watching movies and stuff like that on those subscription services like Apple TV Plus. I still pay for that monthly, should really cancel that. And Now TV as well, which again, there is stuff on Now TV that I do want to watch, but at the moment I've just not got round to watching it, so I may have to cancel Now TV as well. But anyway, and then get it back at a later date when I'm ready to. But the other thing that I also do pay for annually, by the way, is the Nintendo Switch Online and Expansion Pass, which, by the way, today my bank has notified me that the money has been sent over to Nintendo. It has come out of my bank to Nintendo. I've had email confirmations as well saying thank you for your purchase via the Nintendo eShop as well. Now, to be honest with you, it's £35 a year for the Nintendo Switch Online plus Expansion Pass. And obviously this allows you to play like very classic games on like the Game Boy and all of that kind of stuff through the Nintendo Switch Online. I think you do get other rewards through Nintendo Switch Online, but I think that's the majority of Nintendo Switch Online plus expansion pack as well. Anyway, now, over the last year, I've actually not really used my Nintendo Switch that much. I've actually only used it maybe once or twice. So therefore, last year in 2024, up until now, I've not really got my £35 worth of content for the year from Nintendo. So I am going to start thinking about this year either focusing on playing games on my Nintendo Switch and using the Nintendo Switch Online subscription service a little bit more, you know, and there's two ways of doing it. Number one, I could put on a comfort show in the background on my iPad, something that I've seen before anyway, and then just mostly focus on playing on my Nintendo Switch and just have my comfort TV show on in the background as background noise, I suppose. At the same time watching it as well, like I'm kind of going to and from different things. Or the other thing is not having anything on in the background and just focusing on my Nintendo Switch from time to time. So yeah, that is something that I'm probably going to be looking at doing. Also as well, recently my sister said to me, go through some of the games that you want to have for your Nintendo Switch and stuff like that. And I picked out quite a lot of Nintendo Switch games and stuff. You know, so yeah, so honestly, I do think I need to get back into playing Nintendo Switch games again, you know, and stuff like that. So that's probably something I'm going to be doing at some point soon. But for the time being, though, I have now paid £35 for Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack for the next year between March today up until March 2026. So I think over the course of the next 12 months I'm definitely going to start playing on my Nintendo Switch a bit more, and I think you guys might see me using my Nintendo Switch a bit more as well. This is what I've got for lunch today. I've got some of these Golden Wonder fully flavoured prawn cocktail flavoured crisps, which I found in the drawer. I've also got not one, not two, but 3 of these brownie apple pies from Mr. Kipling. There was 3 in a box. It's way past its best before date, so I thought I'd have all 3 of them just to get rid of the box. And also as well for my lunch today, I've also got some toasted tea cakes, which you may recall I had earlier this week when I stayed at my granddad's. I enjoyed it that much, so I decided to pick up some Lurpak butter, some toasted tea cakes, and have some toasted tea cakes, because toasted tea cakes are really nice. Like, they're really nice, really good. Highly do recommend it. Works really well to go, goes really nicely with a cup of tea as well. Anyway, that is my lunch for this Saturday afternoon. It is Saturday night. It's just coming up to 8 o'clock on this Saturday night, and I've just made myself some dinner. This is what I've got for dinner tonight. I have got some chicken korma, and I have got some microwavable rice. The rice that I went for this dish is the Chip Shop curry flavour rice that you can get at Asda. It's Asda branded Chip Shop curry flavoured rice. So this is what I've got for my dinner tonight. And of course, because I have cooked from fresh, and because of the fact that technically I've done 2 meals out of this, obviously I've got half for tonight, which I'm about to eat right now, and then the other half I'm going to save, put in a Tupperware, plastic Tupperware, stick it in the fridge, and then tomorrow night it's just a case of microwaving the second half of this chicken korma with the microwavable rice that I've got to go with that tomorrow night. And then that's my dinner sorted for tomorrow night. Quick, easy, and good morning, everybody. It is Sunday, the 30th of March, 2025. And Sunday morning. It's just coming up to 9:50, 10 to 10 on this Sunday morning. And firstly, I want to say welcome to British summertime here in the UK. The clocks went forward an hour last night, which meant we all lost an hour's sleep. But it's okay though, so we get that hour's sleep back later this year in October. Anyway, is it worth us risking that hour's sleep, losing that hour's sleep, just to have that extra bit of daylight in the evening? Of course it is. Of course it is. Anyway, I'm sure you'll find me very soon in a pub garden drinking a nice cold pint of beer or cider or something like that. Anyway, maybe we'll do that later this year in the vlogs. Anyway, in the summer, we'll have a look. But anyway, today marks the start of British summertime here in the UK. Clocks have gone forward, so which means we get lighter evenings now, which is good. Anyway, that's not the only thing that is happening today, though. Of course, I've got to mention it, and I've got to address it here in the vlog. Today is also a very hard day for me, but it's still a day of remembrance and celebration. Today is Mother's Day here in the UK, which is one of the first hardest days for me since January this year. Because obviously, and you know, it's never going to be easy when it comes to Mother's Day, whenever it is, every year going forward, it's not, but especially this year is a lot harder, because this is my first Mother's Day without my mum. Now, if you was to ask me, Steve, what would you have been doing if your mum was here and it was Mother's Day today? What would you have been doing? I would have turned around and said, well, I would have gone out, I would have brought my mum some flowers, I would have brought her some chocolates, either After Eights or Ferrero Rochers, because those are the chocolates that she likes. And then I would have probably tomorrow have gone out either to the Toby Carvery or to the Harvester and taken her out for a Mother's Day meal. You know, so it is very difficult this year, celebrating Mother's Day without my mum being here. It really, really is. But that's not to say that obviously I'm not thinking about her today, because of course I am. And I do want to say happy heavenly Mother's Day to my mum. I hope that she does have a wonderful day, and I really do hope that she is looking down on me right now and is really proud of everything that I have done over the last couple of months, because these last couple of months haven't been the easiest. Of course it hasn't. It has been very difficult for me. Slowly and surely I am getting there though, which is good. But, you know, honestly, I just really hope and pray that, you know, she does have a very wonderful Mother's Day up there. And I really do hope and pray that she is raising a glass to herself. Raising a glass of Bailey's to herself, or a gin and tonic, you know. So, anyway, I just want you guys to know that I miss my mum. There's not a day that goes by where I don't think about my mum, and I will always and forever love my mum. You know, even though she's no longer with us, her soul, her person is not here. But, you know, I know that she's looking down on me, and I know she's proud of me, and I know she loves me. And, you know, I think she knows that I love her as well, you know. But anyway, I do want to say happy heavenly Mother's Day to my mum. And obviously as well, back here, I do want to say to anyone watching this who is a mum, regardless of whether you're a couple, like a family, or whether you're a single mum or whatever, you know, I just want to say a massive happy Mother's Day to all the mums out there who may be watching this YouTube video. Honestly, keep on going, because you're doing really well, okay? You're fantastic, brilliant, and amazing mums, and I really do hope and pray that you did get to have Mother's Day off from doing mothering duties, you know, regardless, whatever that may be. Even if it's just doing the cooking, doing the Sunday roast or something like that, you know. Hopefully you guys had those kind of duties off for Mother's Day, and you got help and support out there from other loved ones who decided to do it for you. So there we go. Anyway, I'll tell you what, right? If I was a father right now, and if I was with someone who was a mother to my child, I'd give her the day off. I'd go, darling, put your feet up. Here's a cup of tea, coffee, hot chocolate, whatever. You know, it's okay. I will do the shopping today. It's okay. I will do the cooking today. There we go. Would have gave her Mothering Sunday off. But anyway, that would have been me if I was a dad to someone, and, you know, I had the woman who's the mother of my kid, you know, yeah, I'd give her the day off. Anyway, that's me personally. Right, anyway, back to today though, and I'm speaking for way too long again, aren't I? Anyway, back to today though. It is Sunday morning. It's just coming up to 9:55 now, 5 to 10 on this Sunday morning, and I'm just about to open my curtains and get dressed on this Sunday morning. So I have just had a full load of washing in this washing basket here. As you can see, it's half full now because I have put the first half of it into the washing machine, and I've put the washing machine on this Sunday morning. It's made my first flask of tea of the day, and this is what I've got for my breakfast this morning. I've got a bowl of chocolatey squares cereal. I've just put my first load of washing from the washing machine into the tumble dryer to dry. You can see here there is no washing at all now in my washing basket because the second load of washing that I had in the washing basket is now in the washing machine washing away. It's made my second flask of tea of the day. Just taken my first load of washing out of the tumble dryer as it's now dry, folded it, and now I'm about to take it upstairs to put away neatly in my wardrobe in my bedroom. Just put my second load of washing from the washing machine into the tumble dryer to dry on this Sunday afternoon. So I'm outside in the back garden. This is what I've got for my dinner tonight. I'm going to eat it out in the back garden. I have got the same as last night, chicken korma curry, but instead of having chip shop curry flavoured rice, I've got egg fried rice, which is, again, microwavable rice as well. So I'm going to eat that now in the back garden on this Sunday evening. So it is Sunday evening, by the way, and I need to give the fish their fish food, so I'm going to do that right now when I can, when you guys finally see my face again. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to just give the fish their fish food. Let me do that first, and I'll end this vlog once I've given the fish their fish food. So, like I said, you guys can't see me right now because it's quite dark, until I put my light on, of course. There we go, now you can see me. So anyway, I've just fed the fish downstairs. I've just gone live on TikTok as well for about 45 minutes, and also spoken to my granddad on the phone as well. Just had a bit of a catch up with him to see how the rest of his week has been since he last saw me on Wednesday. So he's not been too bad, and stuff like that. So anyway, that is it for the weekly vlogs, by the way, for the next couple of weeks, by the way. Of course, there is still going to be YouTube videos coming out on the channel, SteveOfficial. Of course, movie wrap-ups still coming out as usual. And of course, I will have a couple of Let's Talk videos. First one coming up on the 3rd of April, which is the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct. We'll be talking things about that, including the release dates, hopefully, and the pricing of the Switch 2 as well. And then, of course, there'll be another Let's Talk video coming out on next Monday, which is the 7th of April, where I will be talking about all the trailers, all the movie announcements, and a few updates from upcoming movies as well that got announced at CinemaCon, which is taking place throughout this week as well. So yes, and of course, movie wrap-up videos still coming out. I may even do a couple of music wrap-up videos before the weekly vlogs do return as well. But I'll give you more details about the music wrap-up videos at a later date in a video that'll be coming up over the next week or so, alright? But listen, guys, thank you for watching this vlog, okay? If you have enjoyed it, then feel free to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. As always, if you are new around here and you like what you see, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below to become a Stevo. Before I do go, last week, the 20th of March, by the way, Thursday the 20th of March, was the start of spring. I didn't find that out until literally yesterday. So I thought the spring equinox started today, but no, it started over a week ago. So welcome to spring 2025, by the way. So obviously now going forward, we should start getting warmer weather. If we get warmer weather, then of course you guys will start seeing more outdoorsy kind of vlogs rather than me sitting at home and just nattering away at the camera for an hour or so each week. So there we go. Anyway, I'm going to drink this Thatcher's Haze cider as well, by the way, while I have a video call with my friend Kieran on Discord on my iMac. But from me for now though, guys, it's goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys again in my next YouTube video.